You are listening to the best podcast on the Phantom. You're listening to The Enthusiast with Bradley Kelly. With your host, Bradley Kelly. In this week's episode of The Enthusiast, could Billy Zane be in the new Phantom video game? As you can see, up on the thumbnail, we've got Billy Zane featuring in the thumbnail. Could he be in the new video game that's set to come out next year? Or could he just be doing something else? Like, I've got it up on my computer right here, right now. And he just... it looks very, very similar to... Could he be? We'll just have to see and we'll just have to wait. And heaps more in this week's episode of The Enthusiast. So stay tuned. In the quick fire news, few publications style. We're doing this quick file style. Few publications will be releasing this Thursday, the 7th of December, The Phantom, issue number 1959, Rack as Star. The preview art in issue number 1958 looks like, I'm going to show you this right now. The preview art for the next issue, very, very much so, looks like Anthony Spay's work. And just look at that. Look at that art and don't tell me that that doesn't look like Anthony Spay's work. That is amazing. And I'm very, very looking forward. I look forward to all the Phantom issues throughout all the year. But I am very, very looking forward to reading this Phantom comic and a few of the other Phantom comics that I still haven't got up to. And yes, there will be some more reviews coming very, very soon on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And every year, everyone says this, hasn't this year gone fast? That should be in everyone's dictionary of cliches. It really should be in everyone's dictionary. And coming up on this week's show in the creator news, Jeff Weigel becomes temporary Phantom daily artist. Billy Zane, as we were talking about up in the intro for this show, Billy Zane posts an intriguing photo. Will he be in the new video game? And I'm looking at it up on my computer screen right now, and my personal opinion, I think he may be in the video game, but we will just have to wait and see. And we also have a new comedy skit. Yes, get ready for this. It's going to be fairly funny. I think it's going to be fairly funny. A new comedy skit / news segment. What's been happening in the universe of the Phantom? Next up in this week's Creators News. Did you know that there has been a big change up? There has been a few change ups of people working on the daily script at the moment. Well, if you've been living in a cave recently, there has been a changing of the guard, and Jeff Weigel is temporarily working on the daily script whilst Mike Manley recovers from his recent adventures and injuries. On a lighter note, I hope Mike Manley recovers at his own speed, and the Phantom comic book strip will be waiting for his valiant return to when he does so himself, when he does and he gets up to his own speed and he's able to actually come back. Because we all miss you, Mike Manley, doing the daily script. And I think also Jeff Weigel is doing a very, very fine job at that daily script right now, but we do all miss seeing Mike Manley's artwork up on the daily script every single day until it gets to Sunday. So we do miss you. I hope you recover very, very well and you're able to have a big, strong return to the comic strip. Thank you. thank you for all the years that you've been working on the Phantom comic strip, and hopefully at some point we may see a return from you, and that will be just awesome. But in the meantime, thank you, and get well soon. Before Jeff Weigel was helping out Mike, a fellow comic book artist, Scott Cohen, was helping out Mike Manley, and many Phantom fans were complaining about his style of work on the comic strip. In my own personal opinion, I wasn't really fussed about his style. I thought his style especially with the female drawings, the female faces especially, like Diana Palmer Walker, and to a certain degree Savannah Devi, I reckon it to me it sort of looked like a bit like another comic book strip called Blondie. And the female faces in the comic strips that Scott Cohen was illustrating look very similar to the comic strip called Blondie. And and yes, it was drawn differently, but that doesn't mean people have to say they hate it and want Mike to return. Fans have an opinion, and yes, I do agree with fans having an opinion. I obviously have my own opinion about certain things, but Mike will return when he is fully recovered, and with what he has been going through in the last month or two. But sometimes things come out of the blue, and sometimes there's no way to stop those things from happening. You get that, and you get that in the big jobs. It's like when you think you're going to try and move a palm tree, and you think, oh, I'm going to try and move this palm tree. And then you think, 20 minutes into getting into moving this palm tree, you think, oh, really, I really should have thought this through. I really should have thought this through. But like sometimes you get that in the big jobs, and you just move on. You just move forward. And would you rather see the end of the story or be able to read something new in each and every day about our favourite character, the Phantom? I definitely know which side and which one I would definitely choose. I would definitely be choosing reading something new each and every day, because without reading something each day and every day, some of the old stuff gets stale to a point. And I already said that. And you can now watch my show, The Enthusiast, on Anchor and Spotify. The Enthusiast, where the passion for the Phantom doesn't waver. New episodes weekly on Tuesdays, and there will also be a link to a link in the description where you can find the podcast of your dreams, the podcast that is the Enthusiast. Billy Zane this week has recently posted a very interesting, intriguing photo on his Instagram profile, and it goes a bit like this. He's got electric boots, a mocap suit, and he has been pictured, and there's been a photo taken of Billy Zane, and it really... it's like the same suit as you see in those when they're trying to do like the interactive moves before the video game actually comes out, and they're going like this and that and this, and yeah, it's got one of those interactive suits on, and they definitely look pretty cool. And my personal opinion with this post, that it very much looks like, my personal opinion is that I really think Billy Zane is going to be in this new video game that's coming out by Art of Play Video Games, and I really hope that happens, because that'll be like one of the biggest things that has happened since the 1996 Phantom movie. I really do think that, and that is my opinion. And could it be that Billy Zane, the person that played the Phantom in the 1996 movie, be in the new video game, as I just said, the new video game is expected to come out next year in June. Well, I'm thinking it is. But until we all know for sure, it is just speculation at the moment. Time will tell if I am right or am I not. You can now get 14% off on all things Hermes Press with the code Enthusiast 2022, all in one word. Whether you are looking for something new to read on a hard day's work, and also there's always something for you to find at Hermes Press. And now we get to the most funniest part of this show. It is the new comedy skit, the new segment. After this, just quiet drinks break. What's been happening in the universe of the Phantom? What's been happening in the universe of the Phantom? It has been quite a long while since I've talked about the current situation in the dailies and the Sunday page. Without further ado, let's do it. Since last time, the Phantom has broken Savannah Devi out of Graveline's prison. The general of the prison isn't happy, Joan, and wants to know how that would end, and wants to take whoever did it into our interrogation room, but we all know how that will work. Hell, we will all know how that will end. Diana Palmer Walker isn't happy with Savannah. Old Man Moz has his knickers at a knot. And when he questions Kit Walker Jr. over why he came home. Now the Phantom and Diana Palmer Walker come home to the Deepwoods to find their son has returned. The Phantom and the Kit Walker Jr. chat about what's for dinner. Not really, but one can think in the Deepwoods what is actually for dinner. And after that, Kit Walker Jr. talks to Savannah Devi about, oh, what have you been up to? What have you been doing? I haven't seen you since I was little. Oh no, mate, I've just been kicking it out in Graveline's prison. Yeah, and then the Phantom actually saved me, which I'm very, very grateful for. The Phantom and the Diana work out that Kit Walker was the reason why Savannah Devi shot Jampa. And as we all know, Jampa is the person that pretty much runs the Himalayas town where Kit Walker Jr. has been, studying, and he has been receiving mentorship from another character from the Himalayas district. And that set the future reckoning events in place to happen. And we have it, and there we have it. What's happened in the Phantom universe, hosted by Brad Kelly. I thought that, I was writing this afternoon when I'm thinking, how can I convey this comedy skit? And I'm thinking, oh yes, this is going to be fairly funny. I reckon it's going to be fairly funny. And do you think Billy Zane will be in the new video game? And if you enjoy Phantom Cave reviews, subscribe to see more great subscribe to see more great videos like this. And as always, keep Phantom Caving, stay safe, and I will be back with another episode of The Enthusiast next week on the channel, live on the channel. And as always, keep Phantom Caving, stay safe, and that'll be all, folks.